All right, we're on a roll. Opponent number 3. Let's see. So that is going to be your street photograph. And what we're looking for 50 points is that your photograph captures a candid, fleeting moment before it's too late. And when I talk about a fleeting moment, oh, please tell me you have watched my videos about clarifying what street photography is. This is about capturing human behavior. This is not about just taking a picture of a street. This is about observing people hiding out, secretly watching them, and capturing and getting captivated and interested in a moment that they're having and trying to get a picture of it before it's too late. So that is really important. Cropping. Every detail in the scene is important and tells a part of the story. Brightness and contrast. The architecture has a visual snap and your subject pops. Let's do it. All right, file, open. Let's see, I think I have a street photograph. How people behave at an art exhibit. People playing on a sign. This is a cute one. I'm gonna go ahead and do people playing on a sign. All right, so my husband just came back from Mexico and he took this awesome picture and I thought, oh my goodness, that's street photography, I love it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my zoom tool first because I want to really zoom in on the human behavior. That's the part that we're interested in, right? This is such a great scene. This is what people do, right? This is normal human behavior. And what better street scene? Look at the cobblestone buildings. It's just beautiful. Hold down Control when you have your zoom tool and come back out a little bit if you need to. The first thing I want to do is crop it, and I really like this reflection in the puddle, so I'm not wanting to crop that out. So I'm going to, oh, you got me. We got to save first. That's right. Save as, and you know how this goes. It's going to be your first and last name followed by street photography. And keep the .xcf because this is your GIMP file, not your picture. Click Save after you know for sure that it is in the right folder. Now I can grab my cropping tool and I got to make sure that I got that puddle in there. To me, that's just awesome. I don't know if that lady needs to be in there, but you know, you have to look at the other architectural pieces in your photo. I'm loving that arch, and I think I'd be doing myself a disservice if I cut that out. And I also am kind of liking some of these rays from this lamp that I'm getting in the corner. I love that detail. Maybe I don't need as much of the puddle as I thought I did at first, and maybe I don't need to be as high up. So thinking about my rule of thirds, do I have things falling on my thirds line? Or can I do better? I'm telling you, the rule of thirds will make it so that your eyes just naturally go where they're supposed to. Do I want to crop that lady out? I think I do. Bye-bye, lady. Yeah, I don't know that she's really contributing to that scene. I don't know if the guy behind the sign is either. But I've got to get the edge of the sign, so it doesn't really matter that he's back there. I think I'm going to go with that. I've got like the top of the sign on the thirds line, and I've got the bottom of the sign or the shadow down here on the thirds line. I've got, yeah, I don't know. Let's play around with some other ideas. What if I went to this kind of a composition? What if I did a vertical instead? How would that look? Yeah, I think I like it better the other way. So you gotta just kind of, you know, fool around with the cropping tool. Just as long as you click only on the corners, it will keep it open and active for you. But if you accidentally click outside of the corners on the middle, it will just automatically crop a bit for you and you'll have to start over, which is not that big of a deal, honestly. I'm gonna go ahead and click inside to crop now that I've noodled around with it enough, and I'll say View, Zoom, Fit Image to Window so that I can see the whole thing. Save. Now it's time for brightness and contrast, which is under the colors menu, brightness and contrast. So do I need any more brightness? I might be able to use a little bit because once I beef up my contrast, whoa, look at that. Yeah, I might need to do a little more brightness. It's a nighttime scene. I want to make sure I have lots of details. I want that architecture to pop. And architecture for this one happens to include also like the sidewalks, the cracks in the sidewalks, the reflections here in the water. All of that is visually appealing. It's awesome. So, you know, play around with it, see what works the best. Probably don't want it too bright. I'm going to go with that. Clicking OK. I'm not going to think too hard about it, but it's definitely got that visual snap for sure. Next, what do I do next? You should know this is your third time, right? Okay, you're going down to the bottom after you click Save, and you're going to change that to 100% so you can see what it really looks like. It's way too big. Oh, I love that. Oh, man, this just makes me want to crop it closer. I could probably do another one. Let's go ahead, and I couldn't help myself, you guys. Sometimes you just got to go in another direction. So I'm going to go ahead, yes, I'm going to crop it even more differently. It's going to be a little abstract because I loved the way this dude in the corner looked with these people on the side. I mean, that was hilarious. I gotta go with that. Let's try that. Let's just see. Am I just getting silly? Maybe, but I love it. I'm gonna get rid of that dude all the way. And I'm gonna, oh, if it wasn't for this crazy lamppost right in the middle, I want him on my thirds line. Yep, he's on my thirds line. So I'm going with that. Cropping. I'm going to go ahead and view, zoom, fit my image in the window. I think I like that way better. I'm doing that. But if I don't, I can always save it as and put a number 2 after it. This is version number 2. So I didn't lose my old cropped version. I've got them both. I can go back and use that other one if I want to. But I'm going to stick with this. The brightness and contrast looks pretty good. I could play around with the color and try to get that sign, but we'll do that later. So for now, I'm at 43%. I need to change it to 100. Okay, and I need to go to Image, Scale, Image. I'm at 72 pixels per inch. Perfect. And change that to inches. It's too many inches. I'm going to try for 10. I'll go 11. 11 by 8. And I'll click Scale. Oh, that's perfect. It fits really nicely on my window. It's at 100%. Love it. Save. File. Export as. Now we need to make it into a picture. So that is going to have the .jpg after it. If it doesn't, put the .jpg there, or go down here where it says select file type and change it manually. Move the box over. You got to be able to see what you're doing. Export. Click on your preview, and that'll calculate your file size. I'm at 95%. Can I go up to 100? Ooh, not quite. That would take me over 500 kilobytes. The rule is get it below 500, as close to 500 as you can. 99% quality. It still looks fantastic. Export, and let's go ahead and load that up to the Dropbox. Where's the Dropbox? That's in your content. Down here in the Project 1 folder, click on that Dropbox right there, scroll down, and it'll prompt you to upload that photo. Upload the JPEG, please. Good job.